theater removes the tumor. When the anesthesia begins to wear off, the influence of the painkiller and analgesics begin to come in, so that the man begins to manage the removal of this tumor until such a time that the pains begin to go down and the painkillers are removed. He gradually comes back to his normal self. Think of the other doctor who comes in and says, oh, man, you are under this tumor. This tumor is going to kill you. Hey, theater nurse, wheel him in. He wheels the person into the theater, takes the blade, cuts off the tumor. No anesthesia, no analgesic. I said, oh, it's better to yank this off and let man be free. Incidentally, the man begins to groan under a new pain, the pain of the knife of the surgeon and the removal. The pain becomes so much that, I mean, even traumatologists, people who deal with trauma, are now battling to save the man's life by every means, because the surgeon has thrown him in a bid to remove the tumor, has thrown him into trauma. And if you don't know, if you Google pain, there is a medical society for pain that deals with traumas that people go through when they have pains. That is the situation we had in Nigeria, and we have. The issue was not about removing the subsidy. It was about the strategy for removing the subsidy. Mr. President just got sworn in. He had no plans for the ordinary Nigerians who were aching out living. I, as a president, would have brought in measures to serve as cushions, knowing fully well that there won't be subsidy by next month. What I would have done would have been to push in measures that would cushion the effect of subsidy. Chris, are you aware that after Nigerians began to shout, Mr. President and his handlers started talking about compressed natural gas, the CNG. Chris, have you seen any CNG facility in Enugu, for example? On the southeast?
CNG facility. In Enugu, we have one at the Ugwonyama exit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What facility? Where vehicles go to refill?
You know, we have the CNG buses in Enugu now.
That, my brother, I'm talking about
the facility for refuel.
Where
I can point out one at Ugwonyama.
So if you come to a state, you point at one place where every CNG vehicle in the state will have to go to refill, and you call that a system. This is 2.5 years after the subsidy was removed.
That's right.
What if the CNG facilities had been brought into the country and made to be available, and the kits for conversion made to be available to the people weeks before the subsidy finally went? What do you think would have happened? It would have had a more cushioning effect on the people. That's right. Rather, what government did was to begin to have a knee-jerk reaction, akin to like bringing a traumatologist, an expert in trauma, to begin to deal with the pains of Nigerians. That is the issue. The issue is not about removing the subsidy. I hear people say, oh, Mr. President had the courage to do what nobody did. A great-grandmother could have made that pronouncement, subsidy is gone. He didn't need any courage. For everything you do in life, especially major decisions, whether you're going to get married, whether you're going to build a house, whether you're going to buy a car, whether you're going to change a job, if your strategies are not right, as good as those decisions may look on paper, you might end up bungling it and getting yourself into misery.
All right, even though what we're looking at on the show is not about subsidy removal, but then it is an ingredient to the matter on the table, because we're actually looking at Nigeria's rising debt profile. And